Hey friends, happy Tuesday. How are you doing out there? I thought I would pop on and share something with you that has made a huge difference for me in my workouts. Because I think so many workouts have push-ups and planks and all of those types of moves, and I know how frustrating they can be certainly for my tribe of women, is that it is a tough piece, right? It's an upper body, core, whole body focus, and I think understanding that progression can be really helpful. Good morning, Allison. So here's a tip for you, because I used to struggle with, we have these two options, right? It's like you go from knees and then you have full body push-ups. And I found that eventually I could get to the point where the knees were doable, but then you move on to this full push-up and I couldn't do that whole thing. So there is a great, push-ups with a rotator cuff. You know what, I'm gonna give you a couple of tips today that have really helped for me. There's a really great progression. This was the original tip I wanted to share with you that I didn't know about, and I had to learn through my own journey of getting fit. And it's kind of like a one leg down. So listen, obviously you've got your push-ups, where both your knees are down, and this is where you're progressing. And I encourage you to start at the furthest level of your push-up, right? Until you can't do it anymore, and then go down. But there is a great midway. There's a one leg, right? And you can even lift it off the ground or just have one knee down. And it's a nice progression between the two knees down and the full body up. And I find that having that progression, having that ease of something in between really makes a difference, especially when you're moving into tricep push-ups, which I know can be really tough for so many of us because we have these smaller triceps that we're working on building over here. So that's my first tip. The other tip I have, if you struggle in rotator cuff issues, I'm not an expert in this area. I dropped you guys. Uh-oh. Sorry. Here we go. I dropped you. You fell off of my weight rack, which is where you were holding. But something that has helped, if you have sore wrists, or I struggle with some arthritis in this hand, I know that the right nutrition really makes a difference in the inflammation there, but every now and then, depending on the weather, depending on my nutrition, what's been going on, it can act up a little. So if you have wrist issues, something that can be really helpful are these things, they're called power stands. You can also use dumbbells in the same situation. And it just gives you a little bit more elevation, if you can see that. And as opposed to putting the pressure this way, you get to hold on to something. I think I got these at Walmart or Canadian Tire. I now live in the US, but man, I love Canadian Tire. So you can go down like this, right? And you can get a little bit further. And listen, you don't have to go all the way. You can go halfway, and that's something. But my tip for you when it really comes to getting better at anything, but specifically at push-ups, is you need to track your progression. You know what I mean? So if you're doing a program that has push-ups in it, make sure you count your push-ups. Make note of your push-ups. How far did you go? How many could you do on your toes before you had to move to one knee? How many could you do on one knee before you had to move down to two? It makes such a big difference if you can track that, and it helps you realize you're getting stronger when you've written that down somewhere, and the next time you go to do that workout, you can get a little bit further. You can say, okay, well, I got this far, I can push a bit further. This is how we focus on personally training ourselves. And you can do that. You can own being your own trainer. You don't always have to have someone there pushing you all the time. Just measure, track, understand what you did last time. It also really helps because we all know that we feel great in our bodies, not when it looks a certain way or measures a certain number. We feel great in our bodies when we know we've accomplished something and we've done something for ourselves. It's true. It's honestly true. When you start something and you finish it, when the goal is done and not a number on a scale, the feeling you get at the end of that is so valuable or invaluable. That's where our self-love lies, you guys. So make sure that you're tracking yourself, that you understand what that is. And when it comes to push-ups, don't forget that middle ground. It made such a difference for me to be able to progress to doing a full set of on my toes push-ups, because it's progress, right? It's strength up here, it's flexibility, it's strength in the core. So anyway, oh good, I'm so glad some of these things are working for you guys. Awesome. Have an incredible Tuesday. If there's anything I can help you guys with tip-wise, I've been working out very consistently now for about 6 years. It's changed my life, it's changed my mindset, it's changed my body, even though that wasn't where I ended up, like, I think at the time it was what I really wanted, but now it's so much more about knowing how strong and capable I am and really building that 90-year-old body. So message me if I can help, or if you have some tips down below, or if you want some tips, comment below, ask me what I eat, how I do this, what you want to know, because for me, what I wanted, like years ago when I was in a really tough place, I just wanted someone else to tell me what they did every single day. Someone I related to that was like me, to be like, here's what I did every single day, and this is what worked for me. Because I just want to follow a system that works. So if I can answer anything for you, don't hesitate to ask. I'm an open book. I will not hide anything. Have an awesome Tuesday. I gotta get my kids ready for school. Bye.